So we just lean into it.
Respect all, fear none. $79.
I like this image. I like the nice blue pattern of lighting. I like the contrast of it. Maybe just a little bit too contrasty. The hand holding the football to me seems a little bit on the bright side. The shoulder pad that's on the left side of the image it needs to be probably toned down a little bit, as well as the leather jacket is really competing for the brightness. The image is really competing for the brightness of his face.
That's true, and I think if you took care of all of those things, this print would score a merit.
I agree with everything that you said. The background needs to probably come down a little bit too.
All right. Lana. $81.
I like this image. I like this image a lot. I think there is just too much of the background. I think we could really come in a little bit on the crop, get that baby a little bit bigger in there. So they're definitely the center of interest. I really like the soft kind of. It's almost like a vignette of a focus. It just kind of brings your eye in a little bit better. Nice, beautiful lighting on that. I think it's there.
I agree.
I like the ideas. It was my image. I would play with two different ideas: lightening the background material to make it all more of a pastel. See how that looks, or even darkening it down 10–20%. I like it as is. I love the fact that you can see detail through the swaddling. But yet it's still very soft and tender as a newborn. But I like it.
Puppy named Blue. $76.
I really like the concept of this image. I think it's laid out well. To me, that there is a lot of artifacting or noise or something going on in just about the face of all of these dogs. I'm not sure what treatment was applied, but it's just heavy grain, almost pixelated noise. And that's really what's holding me back. I think compositionally, I think it's pretty good. I think there's a braided leash kind of runs through the bottom third of the image is a little bit distracting for me. I'm not really sure the purpose of that. It doesn't seem to really be attached to anything. I think you could take that out. Maybe back off the treatment a little bit. I think you have something here.
I agree. That's exactly what's holding me back. I do like the concept.
I like the idea. I like the parts that have been mentioned. I agree with the small image of the full length of the dog in the top center. Is very horizontal, very stagnant. So you could, if you're going to be moving that around a layer, you can drop the butt down a little bit We turned the dog a little bit so it's not quite as horizontal. But the idea is there. I think we have a strong image to work with.
Blondie. $77.
I think the lower part of the image is distracting to me from the bodice on down. I don't think it's really needed in the image. The upper left-hand side above her head needs to be toned down a little bit. And the background of the fall flowers toned down a little bit also.
I agree with those. I really like the lighting on it. It's really very soft. There's direction of light there. Wish she had a little bit more expression to her. She just kind of seems a little bit on the angry side. But other than that, yeah, I think you potentially have a mirrored image here.
I agree.
Simple Beauty. $79.
I like the overall image, concept of it, the tonality. What is distracting to me, I like it cropped in a little bit so that you don't have the outside portion of the wood bothering you. It is also distracting the sharpness of the floor in the front and to the right. I'll move down that a little bit and then darken overall, probably about a good 10% to start out with.
Yeah, I think cropping would solve some of the issues that I see. The brightness of that kind of little berries, the blue berries that are there, they're just way too bright. If you could kind of crop that in, I think you could even crop off the bottom, take out some of that sharpness of the floor a little bit, definitely bring in size. Lighting-wise, I really like it. It's got a nice pattern to it, nice direction of light. I like the focus, how the focus falls away rather rapidly behind the baby, but everything seems to be sharp where it needs to be.
I agree. I think the berries need to come down too. You might also play with maybe toning that cotton ball and nose down just a little bit as well. But it is really, really beautiful.
Fallen. $76.
I like the tonality of the image. The overall impact is there. The vertical tree in the background, I think that needs to be toned down. That was very distracting to me. And then some things on the right-hand side, the angled dead branches and stuff like that need to be toned down a little bit also.
One of my biggest issues with this is it seems like we have a black and white image on the bottom half and then some sort of a sepia glow in the center and the top. And to me, it just competes. I keep looking at this kind of brown oval in kind of the top half of the image, but the upper left-hand corner and the upper right-hand corner seem to be desaturated as well. So I think if you take care of some of those, for me, it really just fell flat on the impact side. I do like the print presentation of it. I really like the crop on it. That's where I was at.
And the branch in the very center that's coming down into that fallen log, I would tone that down too, because that's the brightest part in that area. my eye keeps going directly to that piece.
Sweet dreams, baby. $76.
It's a cute idea. I think the cropping is very awkward. It take some off that right side, maybe square it up. I don't know if that would help.
I think a full crop on this is going to be that's a scarf or the white kind of fabric that's coming down. It has some serious issues on that. The bottom part is very bright. The top part, there's a lot of color noise that's coming into that. I think if you were just to crop, right into where the basket was, take the top down to where the blue fabric is, and take the right out completely just to the basket. Square it up a little bit. It'll eliminate a lot of those issues. You got some nice lighting on this baby. It seems to be sleeping very well. I think it could potentially get there as a merit image if you really just crop into where the baby's at.
I agree with everything that has been said. One of the other things that bothers me is there's so many color tonalities in there that are not in harmony with each other. And I'd like to see this as black and white.
All signs point to the light. $78.
I think technically we have a very nice image here. Exposure-wise, it seems to be very nice. It's not too many blocked up shadows or blown out highlights on this one. At least for me, I think that if you crop right to the horizon, we're getting pretty close to having the horizon in the dead center. I mean, for me, when looking at this, if I crop that right to where that person was, just so you can see a reflection of the sun, then it really is all of those leading lines do point directly to the sun, and the title does that. For presentation, it needs to have a little key line around it just to finish it out a little bit. Otherwise, I think you may be there.
I agree.
I agree also. I like to see saturation also maybe 2 to 3%. Colors down in the rocks and the water in the front. We'll pop that up a little bit also.
Love. $73.
There's some issues with this, and it's clearly the lines at the very top of the image, the lines going through the center of the image, which look like they were power lines. It seems like that it could easily be cropped up on the bottom there. The background is definitely way too bright. It looks like there may be a fountain, but we can't really see it because it's all washed out. It seems to me that they were underexposed, and then everything else was adjusted so we can see them. The title's called Love, but E does not look thrilled at all. So, you know, those issues there are kind of holding me back.
I agree with everything that's been said.
As do I.
Moody, $79.
I like this image. This image was just there for me. I know that there's a few issues that I see. Mainly the bottom right-hand corner, there's that kind of white area. There's directly above his head, there's kind of it's kind of like a little V-shaped white spot there, as well as if you go over to the right on that white vertical line. Those all need to be toned down or taken out completely. You did a nice job not shooting into the gentleman's crotch, which is a big thing. Pose-wise, he looks like he could be very moody. I like the lighting on it, like the lighting pattern, direction of light, all of that. From presentation, I enjoy it.
And I think if you tone down all those areas that Tim was talking about, I think you would be in the merit.
I like the image, agree with everything that's been said. I would even drop down the overall image, maybe 10%, and we'll focus in on the face a little bit more. But I like it.
Great. Kissable, $79.
We all laughed when we saw this, so it definitely had impact. It's an absolutely adorable image. What's holding me back a little bit is the words that are on the background, just above the baby's head to the left a little bit. Definitely could be toned down. That whole background probably could be brought down a little bit. It's just a cute, adorable image of a baby for me. I think it's with those few things, I think you could have a merit image there.
Yep, I agree with that. The background is correcting, and then also the lipstick on the body itself, on the arms and the chest of the baby.
The background on the floor, it's not level, it's kind of arched. So your horizon line is all funky. I don't know if you can fix that or not, but it is a very cute image.
Days Gone By, $82.
I like the overall image, the impact of it. What got my attention almost immediately was the Buick sign on the right side. I would knock that down 20–30%. The sign that's up in the upper left-hand corner in the center, there's a light leak there from the outside. And then that sign needs to come down a little bit. And then I would also darken down the lower left-hand side vignette, it very similar to what's on the right side, but maybe about 10% lighter, so it's only the directional light from left to right.
Yeah, the things that were drawing my eye were if you go from the bench directly straight up, there's an oval plate right there that's very bright. And you go over about 4 or 5 pieces to the right, there's another thing there. And then you come down. There's just some things in the background that I think tonality could be toned down a little bit. It's just kind of pulling my eye up, and then once I get up there, I kind of go up the stairs and out the front. Her presentation is beautiful. I think you fix a few of those things and you're right there.
I agree.
One of the other things that you could possibly do that helps point things out to you is flip this print upside down and then take a look at it upside down and look some stuff that normally you would not see. This can help you in the process.
Overall, I'm not judging this print, but what they're saying is this, the quality of print, you really need to start looking at this for the fine things. So this is definitely more.